Good morning. It is our fearless morning. Yes, it is. I will wait. Jen's going to join us. Good morning, Linny, Heather, and one other. Katie did, Kathy, and one other. Cherry Jones, Barb, and one other. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Carolyn, Sista, Deb, Nat, Barb. Kira Namar, good morning. Good morning, Jill. Tick Creates might be new. Oh, sorry, Nell, I saw Jill. Danielle or Deb, darn it. Laura, Mandy, AM Knits, Deidre, Gail, you're all waiting to see. Oh, and here she is, our good friend, Boston Jen. At work, and now I'm good. Oh, Heather, I'm so sad. Oh, I hope I didn't not let her in. I wonder what's happening. Oh, phew. I thought I pushed the wrong button.
Oh, no, I don't think it was you.
Good morning, my friend. How are you?
How are you?
I am good. I'm good. I'm so happy you're going to join us because I want you to talk all about it.
Yay. Well, do your normal thing
Yes.
first. You don't have to jump right if you don't want to.
We're just kind of welcoming everyone. And I think now we are going to also get a lot of your followers, which is great.
Awesome.
Yeah, which is great. But I will start by showing the yarn.
So beautiful.
Fearless. Oh my, well, first of all, you were so fresh. I just printed off your order. We're not even going to talk about it. Um, but it's selling like crazy, and people are buying sweaters quantities, which is
Wow.
crazy. I'll look at it, and then I'll look at the number. I'm like, oh my goodness. So
Can't wait to see those
I
sweaters.
know I'm assuming sweaters because it's a lot, or they're going to share with friends, but so this is steel toes, DK, and Chels took the cozy toes home with her, so I don't have it. But I have a feeling she might do a reel with it. So, and the only reason I hold on to cozy toes is we've talked about it. It grabs a little different, so there's a little more of the white showing. But it's gorgeous, gorgeous. Thank you, Nat. So, tell us all about the organization. I feel like Chelsea's done a lot of that work.
Yeah.
So I'm not as familiar, but
Yeah, definitely. So good morning, first of all. I'm Jen. If there is anybody that's new here or is maybe watching after the fact, I'm Boston Jen on Boston Jen 1 on Instagram. And with my family, we've started the Fearless Living Fund, which came about after my mom was diagnosed with lung cancer. She wanted to leave a legacy behind, and this was the way that she wanted to do it. And she had been going to conferences, reseller conferences that are hosted at the Blind Center of Nevada. And so she learned when she went there that they train their blind clients and give them jobs working at the conference center, which is like, it's obviously a financial win for them. It's a huge motivation for them. It gives them a purpose in life. Most of the clients of the Blind Center of Nevada live well below the poverty line, and most of them are homeless. So while they get to come to this beautiful center every day, they learn skills, they can do crafts, they have weaving, they have all sorts of different pottery, like they can do all sorts of wonderful things there. But then many of them end up back on the streets at night. So it's an amazing place, but like most nonprofits, they can only do so much. So what my parents have done is they've donated a huge chunk of my mom's retirement savings that we've put into an annuity. So the hope is that this will go on for like pretty much forever, that we'll try to let that money sit for as long as we can. And then we can pay out on that in later years. But for now, we're trying to raise as much money as we can so that we can pay out scholarships with the new money that we're raising and let the old money ride and earn some interest on that. So what we do is we provide annual scholarships to different clients of the Blind Center who go above and beyond to show that they're supporting their community, they're helping each other, they're just being good people. Like that is the basic bottom line, is be kind to each other, and you could get one of these awards. So last year we gave out, I think, $7,200 to a man to put towards his housing for the year. He is living in an apartment. It's not a great situation, but at least that will cover most of his rent. And then for another man, we gave the majority of his cell phone bill every month to pay for this year. And as you can imagine, being blind and many of them are homeless, that cell phone is their lifeline. Like they cannot afford for that um, to go unpaid, right? That's their safety net. So
Mhm.
yeah, every year we'll kind of assess the need and see who's doing great things, where does the money need to go, what is their particular need. And so we'll put the right amount of money towards the right thing for that person. But the really cool thing, Sue, and you'll love this, is that since we gave out the awards the first year, we did it at the conference that my mom goes to every year. A bunch of the different community members came down and watched the award ceremony. And then afterwards, they were like, how do we get this award? What do we have to do? And we're like, you just have to be nice to each other. Be good
Uh,
people. Try your best. And they said, like, it's changed things there. Like, they're already mostly really great people. It was already an awesome place. You can feel it when you walk in there. But it is like next level of like, they're just like going out of their way to be good to each other, which is exactly what my mom wanted.
yes. Yes. And I'm sure they are like amazing people, but I have to believe being homeless makes their lives difficult, and then to have to put forth that, do you know what I mean? It's like,
Absolutely. We all know when things are hard. I was up half the night not feeling well with my nose running like a crazy person.
yeah,
And even if just you're a little tired a day, like, oh, you can be a little snappy with
yeah.
other people. And so, yeah, to kind of keep that in check is,
Yeah. Wow. That's
yeah,
amazing. It's amazing. And I love how this community feels like it's coming together for you, for your family to do
yeah,
this. It's so, it really, for me, it really hits like, wow, we have a platform, we have to use it,
I,
right?
I appreciate that. So you and 13 other indie makers have joined with me for this month, and different people are doing different things at different time, which is really fun because,
And
we all like nice things, but you only have so much money. So there's different ways that if you want to participate in this, there's folks like Sue who have created something specific for this event, and they're donating a percentage of the profits. Some people are doing an overall percentage of their whole shop for a certain amount of time or for specific items that they're offering. And then other folks are doing, if you donate directly, we have all of the links are in my profile. The top thing in my profile is Fearless Living Fund fundraiser. There's a Google Doc with all the information. Some of the makers like Sharon, who's normally here, Knit Style Yarns, if you donate directly to Fearless Living Fund and you send her a copy of your receipt, she'll enter you in for prizes. So there's lots of people that are doing that too. So it's kind of like a raffle. Do some good, donate directly to us, and then you have awesome fibery stuff. So
yes, feel
yeah.
free to, you can share if you want to share all the people here, feel free to do that. I did
Oh,
see Sharon
Sharon,
was there.
thank you.
I love that. We did a raffle once for St. Jude's, and you can, because we couldn't do like a sale or anything else, but $5 a ticket, you can donate a ton with that kind of, so that just goes to show. And for people here that are like, oh, I wish I could, just repost. That's, you know what I mean? Like, there's little things, just
Mm-hmm.
share it with your following, and that makes a
Yeah,
difference.
and so Mandy's Making is posting here. It's not too late to get involved. If any other makers or businesses want to get involved in any way, just send me a message on Instagram. I'll send you the details, and I would be happy to add you to our list. And I've been doing my best. The month is young. We're only 2 days in, but I'm going to try to share all of your stuff. You guys are being so generous in donating and working with me. So as much as I can help promote you guys, which is, let's face it, one of my favorite things to do anyways, like fun to promote other indie makers. It's just great.
Well,
So
we appreciate it so much. Oh, I was going to say something about that. Oh, but February is a short month. Like,
yes, but we have the leap year this year. So you
oh,
got one extra day.
you.
Yes. And Sharon is saying that if you make a donation, you'll get a $5 coupon code to Knit Style
So,
Yarn. That's great to add that detail to my.
yes, so good. So you have the links if they want to just directly give money to the organization.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yep. So the link in my profile will bring you to a Google Doc that has a list of all of the makers, and then in links to all of their products, all their social media. And then on the second page, it says to make a personal donation, use this link. And what I've been telling people is sometimes it doesn't show, like, especially if you want to be anonymous, which is fine. But you can make a public comment. I would recommend that people do that and just say that you're part of the Fiber February fundraiser, so that we know that you're part of this, and then put your Instagram or your Ravelry name. So then the other thing that I should say is that I'm going to do some random drawings throughout the month too. So I actually have an extra skein of yarn that you gave me at one point, Sue, that went unclaimed. I have some other stuff like that I'm going to give away. So if people donate directly on our page, I'm going to go through and give out prizes this month. So it's just going to be a really fun month. I'm very excited.
It's so fun, and it's so funny because I hadn't planned the colorway yet. I really was just being hang loose, and then woke up, I think the second to the last day of January. It's like, oh, I should get that out, not realizing how I just was like in another world, right? So it's like something tapped me on the shoulder and said, just get that going. You want that in your shop by February 1st.
Oh, Amy from Ross Farm is here. They're participating. Actually, why don't I go through real quick because it's only 14
You can
people.
take as long as you
So
want.
the people that are participating, we have Area 51 Fibers, Bellafio Yarn, Knitchalina Designs, Fiber Nymph Dye Works, Jennifer Lasan Designs, Knit Style Yarns, Knitwit Designs, Legacy Fiber Arts, Paper Daisy Creations, Ross Farm Mercantile, Shayna Lines Designs, Stacy Stitches and Skeins, which is my local yarn shop here, Stitched by Jessalou, and Woolen Women Fibers, and hopefully a few more that we'll add throughout the month. So it's not too late if people do want to join. The other thing that I didn't say is that the reason that I'm doing this now is February is my
Yes.
mom's birthday month. So her birthday is February 9th. So she got diagnosed in December 21, and we didn't know that we'd get any more birthdays with her. And so we're very lucky. So we've always been like a big fun party
Yeah.
birthday family, but
Yeah.
even more so now. So I just figured what better way to help celebrate her birthday, especially on a year that's probably going to be a little harder than most because unfortunately her cancer has come back.
Yeah.
But seeing the donations come in is definitely lighting her up. So thank you guys so much.
Ask you how she was doing.
Yeah, she's all right. I mean, this time with it coming back, it's a little harder. So this is our second time of things flaring back up. So, which we always knew would happen. The kind of cancer that she has is not something that can be cured, but she's already surpassed her prognosis. So we already knew we were living on borrowed time. And if you've been following me on Instagram or my podcast or on YouTube, we've been going all over the US and having all kinds of adventures and living it up. So it's hard to have any regrets, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It is. I've experienced what you're experiencing with my mother-in-law, and then I experienced the opposite with my father-in-law, where he just
Quick.
one day died. And it was like, it was, both are so hard, but it is a gift to know and do what you're doing, and you guys are going at it 100%, and I love watching you. I love it, and I've told you before, I just see so much grace in all of it. It's amazing, and
Thank you.
I hear you a lot for that. I really do. So yeah, so I am just so thrilled.
Show the colorway again, Sue, in case people have come on.
And the one thing I was going to say about this, originally we were like, well, we'll dye this many and give the donation. And now I've changed my mind completely. And we're just going to have it in the shop all month and keep dyeing it I hadn't had a full grasp of everything and timing. And so it's all month. It is on the steel toe DK and Cozy Toes, the cashmere one. And yeah, as the orders, we just keep dying. Like I'm going downstairs and filling the oven today. And yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting.
I
Yeah.
love it. You know, the other thing that I brought that I thought I would show, since it's been a minute since we did this collaboration, but all 100% of the sales of my patterns on Ravelry are going to go towards Fearless Living this month. And do you remember this hat is out of Legacy Fiber Arts yarn. I think it's Grey Gardens and Vanilla Bean. Does that sound?
Yep, I so remember it and I
This
love it.
one's the Ice Time hat, and there's a cowl that goes with it.
I love it.
All mosaic knitting, so it's easier than it looks, but people think you are an absolute genius if you make it.
I love doing things. I've said that before. Like, I know it looks like I'm brilliant, but this is the easiest thing on earth.
It really is. I taught this class at my local yarn shop, and there were more sort of beginner knitters. So we had, a couple questions and things like that. Obviously, that's why you take a class. But they were just like, I can't wait to show this to my friends.
Yes. Oh, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Thank you. But yeah, Ice Time hat, if anybody is looking for a quick gift knit.
Good morning, Denise. I love it. But you have a lot of beautiful patterns, a lot.
Thank you.
So yeah. And I can't remember if I said this. We are doing 50% of sales.
Oh yes. Yeah, I don't think you say that.
Yeah, we're doing that. And then obviously we're gonna donate something on top of that or round up to a nice solid number that we like. So yeah, it's exciting. Love
Thank you.
fun. I love doing fundraisers. Chelsea and I have done a handful.
Yeah.
I just love them. I love them. I feel like it's just such a nice way to give back. Because you get caught up in day-to-day living and you forget. Or you just, I don't know, you just forget.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially as like a small business owner, there's only so much of your own money that you can give to the different causes throughout a year. So to be able to give a percentage of something that you're working on is such a great way to do it. And then you're also like spreading the message, which for folks like us is so important, like I had never heard of the Blind Center of Nevada until my mom went out there. I live in Massachusetts, right? Like people are like, why this Blind Center of Nevada? But like once you go there and you see these people, you get it, right? So it doesn't matter that we don't live there. And you had probably never heard of this before and never heard of our Fearless
No.
Living Fund. But now you know about it and more people know about it. And if this helps us keep everything alive, it actually doesn't even matter how much we raise right now. It's like we're building something. So
Something exactly. And I do feel like it's just such a good time to do good in the world.
amen. I know. It does feel really good. The other thing I was going to say is depending on, your budget or what you need, if you're like, I don't need any more yarn, I don't need any more patterns, like one, I feel you, right? Like sometimes we feel like we have too much stuff. The other thing I was thinking is like almost everybody I know had a ridiculously hard January. Like, I don't know what's going on, but whether it's globally or locally or just your personal life, it's been a hard month. You could send one of your friends a knitting pattern that costs you $5
Yeah.
and it will pay. Like, how cool is that, right? Like such a small thing. Your money can go to something great and you can make somebody else happy and you don't have any more stuff in your house
Yeah.
if that's not the place you're in.
Well,
So there's ways you could get involved.
and it is funny because the people that ordered like a lot, I'm like, in my mind, they were sharing them with their friends. Like you don't know what people do with what they get. And it's, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's so I Sue was chiding me at the beginning of this saying that I came in and bought yarn, which I did because my mom wants to buy yarn for my nieces for their birthday. So like what my mom wants them to have the fearless stuff that the fiber community is putting out there. Both of them are knitters and Riley's also a crocheter. So like whether they use that now or whatever, like they'll have that. And you know what I mean? Which is also just a really cool thing.
Yeah.
So
I hadn't even thought of that. I hadn't even thought of that. It's kind of like something you hang on to. Scholarship goes directly to the, yes, I agree, Sharon. I agree.
Sharon, there's no overhead. Like we send out thank you cards and things like that. We pay for that ourselves. Like there is no overhead. And the Blind Center is amazing. All the actual funds that we raise sit in a bank account at the Blind Center of Nevada. So we don't actually have any of the funds. We don't technically have our own charity, but all of the money sits in their charity bank account. And then the other thing that they brought up that we hadn't thought of course, because they know their community better, is that they pay out those scholarship, like the rent payment and the cell phone payments that we're paying this year, they pay those directly because unfortunately there are people that take advantage of grants and they can't just give them $7,000. So they pay that money towards their rent every month and they take care of all of that for free.
Wow.
Incredible. Yeah. They're really amazing people doing really great work. So
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so excited. Thank you for including us in this and your beautiful family, who I feel like I'm a member. It's so bizarre.
We feel like that too, Sue. I've been going through, you're going to love later this month. I've been pulling like different photos that I want to share on Instagram this month. And I have some really fun photos of you and Chelsea with my mom and me. And some of them I even forgot ever happened.
I
Like at Built Up a million years ago. And oh my goodness, they're so fun. So
know.
we'll post those on the grid so you guys can see us all together.
Yes. Well, your family is always in my prayers, and I know our community in the morning just cares so much. So we're so happy.
We're feeling the love, and thank you to everyone there's been like a flood of comments that we obviously can't keep up with, but thank you guys all so much. It's so
Yeah.
sweet.
All right, my friend, I love you, and we'll meet again, and I will be back on Monday morning.
Yay.
All right. Hugs to your mom too.
Thank
All right.
you.
We'll talk
Okay,
later.
bye-bye.